If we can hit 100 likes, I will do 200 days.
Well, I just lost 6 months of my life. Welcome back to SkyFactory 4. This time we're going to 200 days. Thanks to all of you for hitting the like goal. Sadly, in this recording, Coffeeboy was not able to join us, so for this video I'll be playing alone. Anyways, let's get right into it. Day 101 was spent setting up the world and trying to remember the wasteland of an island we lived on. A traveler by the name of Superplex came by, but was scared by the large production speed of the island and was not able to stay. His computer was not able to run the mod pack. During the final shots of the first 100 days, I accidentally dropped my sword off the island. So days 102 to 103 was spent using Coffee's last machine to obtain Supremium for a brand new Supremium sword. The night of day 103, going into day 104, was mainly spent setting up the filing cabinets from the Tinker Tank output, as the infinite supply from the trees was filling up the storage system way too fast. I guess I can't fly. God damn. If you remember from the first 100 days, we like using filing cabinets because they essentially have infinite storage. With 9 quintillion. Oh no, not again! Going through the nights from days 104 to 107, time was mainly spent upgrading and stabilizing the Tinker Tank and Smeltery system, as common materials like donuts and cookies floated up way too fast for the other materials to be consumed. Oh yeah. Shoot. I also added slots for common alloys to also be casted, since the system didn't drain the smelteries fast enough for materials to not alloy. Once the tank was established, I spent days 108 to 113 constructing the Coffeeboy Remembrance statue, as a remembrance to the player that made this series possible, mainly just by giving me the idea. Thanks, Coffeeboy. This statue was difficult to construct. I first made it too small, in which I couldn't add any details. Oh man, this thing's gonna look so awkward. Then I used solid coal for most of the body, and super rare wood for the head. I could not have made this any more annoying to build. Day 113 was a day full of grind. I raced to finish the Age of Storage page in the advancement book, because I had to get some progress done. Hold up, if you've gotten this far into the video and you haven't watched my 100 days video already, what you doing? You just skipped right to the sequel. The link to 100 days is in the description. Anyways, back to the video. One large problem I came to notice on days 114 to 116 was the power supply was not powerful enough, causing large backlogs in the tank as the uncrafting grinders did not have enough power to break down the blocks coming from the tank. Oh my god. I resorted to using different methods of reducing power, in which I found gas and biofuel to supposedly be more effective, but I couldn't get it to work, so I left it for now. I also invested into a few batteries, which proved to be useful on a number of occasions. Heading back to finish the few uncompleted things I had left, on days 117 to 122, I had finished off most of the Coffeeboy statue, and attempted to complete a few more achievements for the Age of Storage page, in which I proceeded to go AFK watching quartz grow while I went to go grab some dinner. This is by far the weirdest thing I've done. After which I came back to the quartz, realizing I hadn't done anything. It just spun there, in the water, taunting me. What the heck? They didn't even do anything! That was such a waste of time! Coming over myself from that dreadful loss of time. Day 123 is when I realized I made all of the bonsai tree farms slightly inefficient because of one simple issue. The hopper going into the chest was backlogged, and was slowing down the second bonsai tree. I simply replaced the hopper with a chest to make a double chest. This way the materials are either instantly thrown out, or put into the filing cabinet. Days 124 to 125 was mainly spent adding a new layer to the tank, adding more seared glass and more seared drains for the tank's output. By doing this, I added 10 more slots for new materials, in which I'd use 7 of them for the cookies and donuts, and only 3 of them for the alloys I need. Oh my god, I fixed it. I fixed the tank. Let's go. Days 125 to 126 were interesting to say the least. I was literally, like, breathing in to start recording a video.
Hi guys!
What do you want?
Hey yo, it's your boy GraeGrae.
I recorded a tutorial video on how to make my bonsai tree farm while recording 200 days. Pretty genius move if you ask me. Going back to the storage system problems on days 126 to 128, I made filing cabinets for every kind of resource that the trees or coffee's essence farm would produce. Keeping all of that in a separate storage system is a lot more cost and space effective. Problem is, taking out all of the resources that are already in the system. Instead of doing it manually, I set up a filter with everything I needed to take out, and that just went straight into the new filing cabinets. Day 127 is when I discovered new power cables. These new powered cables could transfer more power faster. Over time, I will slowly replace the old cables with these new ones. Finally making progress on days 129 to 130, slowly figuring out the new power situation, I was able to get the biofuel generators semi-stable for the island. Using what little resources I had left, I finished off the Coffeeboy statue head, marking the completion for the Coffeeboy statue for the time being. Finally fixing the island on day 130, the power situation was finally sustainable, and all systems were getting sufficient power. Oh shoot! We got proper powerage, we got proper power output. Finally. Things are actually, the tank is decreasing! No way! I fixed the island! With the power fixed, the tank also started to decrease, and no longer be overflowing with materials. Since all of the uncrafting guiders now had enough power to work at full capacity, the tank was no longer a problem. Just finishing the Age of Storage page on day 131. Yay! That is now Age of Storage completed. Oh my goodness. I began work on the new location for the 1000 subscriber sign through days 132 to 136. Expanding the island and making a whole new mountain range just for this milestone. If you can guess what the shape of this mountain represents, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do something with the winner. The night of day 135 was one of the most dangerous nights I'd ever had. Oh my god! I turned away for 2 seconds! What? What happened? I had almost doubled the size of the island and clearly forgot to do any lighting. Since there's only one spot for mobs to spawn, they all spawned in one area, giving me a night to survive the SkyFactory zombie apocalypse. Oh my god, that was fast. Good lord! So, for a short-term solution, I made a wall of dirt. Day 136, my armor became a problem. Each night, my gear getting closer to giving way. I didn't have mending, or any form of getting mending fast. So my armor was slowly breaking down with nothing much I could do. Keep in mind, if any of the 4 pieces to my armor breaks, I lose the ability to fly. So going out to battle each night risks my ability to escape easily. If a skeleton shoots me while I'm flying, it may just shoot me out of the sky. Pushing through the mountain progress on days 137 to 144, I added depth to the terrain and decided on the final shape of the land and mountain. Each night getting more and more annoying as the mobs persist to end my path to 200 days. Oh my god! No! My dirt! It was all for laughs until the night of 138 when my helmet finally gave way and broke in battle. Uh-oh. Helmet's gone. Gotta go. Gotta run. After then, I made another helmet and used resource fishers to automatically fish for mending books, which was faster than any other method, but still very slow. Oh! Mending! Ah! No way! And I got 1. Placing thousands of blocks through days 144 to 149, I made massive progress on the new 1000 subscriber mountain range. My first goal was to fill in all the land and terrain, making extra sure to light it up this time. The tool I used to fill this in faster was a building gadget, a tool that Coffee discovered on the first 100 days. This tool allowed us to place numerous blocks at a time, and came in very useful for the entirety of the next 50 days. My vision for this mountain was to give it almost a Mount Rushmore effect, but the cliff has a large 1000 instead of some random old men. At the bottom of the mountain would be some rubble, and grass going over top of it, making it seem like this was carved out many years ago. Day 148, I discovered a problem with the new sorting system I'd implemented. The cables I was using were from Cyclic, in which they just decided to not work. Cyclic cables can be very good, but are very hard to use and often don't work the way you want. I resorted to using flux ducts later on, which worked a lot better. Looking back at the island on day 150, I decided I needed a new light source. And oh boy did I find one. I discovered ferro flare lanterns. These lanterns can shine light through blocks and have a radius of about 50 to 70 blocks, though it's not that good. These lanterns slowly light up blocks over time and take about 1 to 2 Minecraft days to fully light its area. But these are great as you can put them under the floor and can still light everything up. Coming on to day 151, I took down the old 1000 sign and placed more lanterns as they were my new favorite block. While taking down the sign, I rediscovered the arts of vein miner. Oh. This skill coming back to me proved itself to be a double-edged sword. It can either be used as a tool in the right hands, but in my hands it can only cause chaos. Coming on to days 152 to 155, the filing cabinet filtering was moving too slow, so I made faster servos for the flux duct output. These new servos could transfer about a stack of items at a time, and move those items much faster to their destination. Yeah! After upgrading the filtering system, I used the extras on the bonsai tree farms. Because why not? Oh, I'll tell you why not. Beforehand, the old servos would bottleneck the tree farms, leaving a large sum of resin and acorns in their filing cabinets. Some cabinets had over 100,000 acorns and resin backed up. By removing the bottleneck with the new servos, all of those built-up materials can now make their way through the piping, storage system, and of course the smeltery system instantaneously. I added a few upgraded servos on materials that were a problem, and doing so instantly backed up the smeltery system and began throwing tens of thousands of ember blocks in the storage system, basically making the whole system run on overdrive until all of the ember blocks were gone. Why is there so much clay? Days 156 to 162, I had prepared and recorded a second tutorial video for my smeltery farm. Another big brain move if you ask me. This one took a number of days since I had to set up some examples and do some extra research for some Q&A. If you're wondering how I made this system, make sure to check out that video on the top right or in the description below. Back to decorating on days 162 to 165, I had decorated the terrain for the mountain and some slight details on the mountain itself. The only bummer about this is there's no stone blocks like stone stairs or slabs in this version of Minecraft. Otherwise, I would have done some deeper detailing into the stone itself. With this realization, I had to resort to different means of getting color into the stone, mainly by putting large vines across some areas, to once again give it that effect of how old this mountain actually is. Some trees later and the mountain area is good to be called complete. Starting to run out of options, I went into the Twilight Forest on day 166 in an attempt to get some last minute achievements done. I'll breeze over this dimension because nothing much happened aside from achievement hunting and boss fighting, so here's a 15-second montage of the next 7 days. Perish! I did it. That didn't do anything for me. Coming back from the Twilight Forest on day 173, I was at a loss of what to do. It was around this time that I hit 2,000 subscribers on my channel, so after some small achievement completions, on day 175 I decided to make a second mountain range. Because why settle with one when you can have two? In celebration of doubling my subscriber count since the last video, I made the ever so great decision to make this mountain exactly double the height of the last. The shape of this one was not referenced to anything, aside from the height. It was a complete free build, but I did have a plan for this one. After making the outline to the new mountain range, I filled in all of the dirt that would make the new landscape. This dirt platform was so large, it took something close to 12,000 blocks to begin with. And that was just barely the start. Once that was completed, I began plotting out the height of the mountain on specific points. Progress continued on the new mountain range through days 175 to 180. I wanted to get away from the fact that this all really was just an island floating over nothing, so I encased most of the island to make a large valley, with hopes in the future to expand in the open direction with more buildings and industrial revolutions. The terraforming overpassed the old grass area, and in common GraeGrae fashion, I just covered it up and forgot about it. Dirt eventually became a desperate need, So I put an upgraded servo on the dirt tree for faster productivity. Let's just say dirt wasn't a problem after that. Grinding straight to the end, coming up to the late 180s, I actually became worried that I wouldn't finish the mountain in time. This mountain was twice as tall as the first, and required about 3 to 5 times more blocks. Intentionally stressing myself out, I wasted no time and placed blocks all day, every day. The goal for this mountain range was to be a similar Mount Rushmore type of design, but instead of heads carved into the cliffside, it would be names of some very deserving followers. People who contribute a lot to the GraeGrae channel, and they're overall great and loyal fans. By the end of day 190, I had finished off the hardest part of the mountain range. The next step was a steep cliff face around the bottom half. This was a lot easier and faster from the use of the building gadget. And by day 191, half of the cliff face had been completed. Though quickly running out of time, I pushed forward. Day 194 rolled by and the main structure of the mountain was complete. I was now able to add the names worthy to the mountain. So to these people I will mention, thank you so much for the support. And thanks for sticking around on the GraeGrae channel. First we have is Mad Dog Games. Mad Dog has been my longest subscriber, subscribing only 5 days after I started my channel on December 22nd, 2019. France the Raccoon made me laugh by commenting, well, I guess you have to skip leg day for a while, on my broken leg video. Pilot Man also made me laugh by saying skill issue, also on my broken leg video. And AKJ with, to be honest bro, this video helped me out so much, I know what to do now, on the 100 days video. Monkey Greenie was the reason you're watching this video right now. They were the 100th like on my 100 days video. Next, for most like comments on my channel, me. No, just kidding. It's Daydream5 with 62 likes on their comments. And last but not least, the highest level on my Discord server, Invictus and Ranger. Or might I say Rainer. Both of them being on level 12. Finally, some honorable mentions. Tom Plays, Superplex, Captain Figaro, and of course, Coffeeboy. Extra mention to Tom as well. He had sent the most comments on my videos, and has received the most hearts from me as well. The day came to 197, and I had just completed Mount Graemore. With a very short time left, I decorated the grass area to the best of my abilities, and put some vines around the cliff sides. And just as quickly as it started, we came upon day 199 in no time. In GraeGrae fashion, we will hop down to endgame GraeGrae for the last day of 200 days in SkyFactory 4. Alright, here we are. It is currently day 199, and the sun is just now setting. I just finished designing this island just barely in time. And of course, in 100 day tradition, I will sleep for the first time in 100 Minecraft days. As we're waiting for the sun to set as well, I would like to give another big thank you to all of these amazing people on the Mount Graemore over here. While recording this, I was almost considering actually going to 300 days, because there's actually so much more things I still wanted to do on this island. Because currently right now it's kind of a square. We absolutely dominated the like goal before, so I'm gonna make this one a little harder. If we can hit 1,000 likes on this video, I will do 500 days in SkyFactory 4. And since we passed the like goal by 27 times, I will also be making another 100 days video on a zombie apocalypse. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. Alright, the time has come. The sun is finally setting for the last time over the Coffeeboy statue. And I missed it. The sun has already set. That's so bad. What the heck is going on here? No, I didn't want to steal. No. Oh my god. What the heck is a Robon? What is that? Get out of my power system. There's molten dirt in here for some reason. I don't know where this stuff came from. Titanium spine. Wow. I killed that skeleton so fast, the sound didn't even play. That's how epic I am. You absolute bozo. Ah! Ah! Whoa, that was uncalled for, you little cheeseburger. Oh. I'm sorry. What? These skeletons, man. They're just... Oh, man. I'm not having a good time right now. I want it to stop raining. It's so laggy. Oh my goodness. Ah! God dang. What? That was not fair. What the hell? What was that? I simply replaced... What? Replaced? Marking the completion for the Coffeeboy statue? Oh my god. That's so bad. Since all of the uncrafting grinders now had enough power to work at full capacity, I did it again. That's the same thing what? Capacity? Capacity, that's not even a word. Since all the uncrafting grinders now had enough power to work at full capacity, this line, I swear to god, it's this one line. Day 136, oh, nope, I read that line already. So stupid. And place more lanterns as they renew my? Frank me, man. I made the Everdose What? I don't even know what I said. That was ridiculous. Coming over myself when that dreadful loss. Dreadful? God dang. I added a few upgraded servos on materials that were a problem. Problem? Oh my goodness. Wait. I'm so bad at this, man. It's ridiculous. I was now able to add them at the mans? Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos just like this one. Every so often. I don't even have an upload schedule anymore. It's gone. It doesn't even exist. Before this outro gets too long, I will see you in the next one. Peace.